Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And we got a major move maker, shaker, entrepreneur. My man is a jack of all trades. You get into everything, you know what I'm saying? Very intelligent. We got the smart guy in the building.
Listen, man.
I really appreciate you coming down.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You took the trip. NY, welcome to the city.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're in the city of brotherly love. It's amazing, man. You know, you outside. You've been building and building for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I you know, I don't know if you're familiar. We do a deep dive. We go into people's past, and you've been on a journey. You know what I'm saying? You've been on a journey, my brother.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, though, because it seems like every day you get up and you still at it. Like, it's, you know, some people, after they do it for a while, they kind of fall back a little bit.
Right.
They not as enthusiastic about it every single day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough because I remember being in, you know, being in prison, right? And I was reading this book, and in the book it had a story, right? And they talked about the guy. So he's digging for gold, right? And he's digging. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, 5, 6, 15 years in this cave, right? So he's like, fuck this. You know, it's over. I'm done, right? And then, you know, he leaves the tunnel. As he's leaving the tunnel, there's somebody else that looks like him that's young, right? He's like, yo, I heard there was treasure in here. He was like, yeah, man, I got some digging equipment. Do you want to purchase it?
Yeah, sold it to him, right?
Sold it to him. Overpriced him, though, right? So he's like, okay, thank you, man. So the guy, he goes in the tunnel. Before he picks up a shovel, pickaxe, or anything, he analyzes the tunnel. He realizes that he's not a professional digger. So he goes, finds a contractor. He says, listen, I spent my life savings on digging equipment. I have no more money, but I am sure, I'm willing to bet my life that there's treasure in here. If you help me dig, you're taking me on as a client, I'll give you half of what you find. And the guy was like, man, get out of here. Kicks him out, right? So now the guy, for about 5 months straight, right? He's knocking on the guy's door. Hey, man, listen, the offer still stands, okay? I'm sure there's treasure here. If you help me dig, right, I'll give you half of what you find. So this goes on for about a year, right? So mind you, the first guy was digging for 15 years and gave up. The second guy, he's, you know, it's almost like he's digging, but in a different way, right? Like he's trying to find someone to help him because he depleted all his financial resources, but he had an internal resource, which was just excitement, right?
Yeah,
and it was contagious, right? Tenacity, right? So the guy says, you know what? You just won't leave me alone, won't you? He said, no. When you take me as a client, right, I'll give you half. So they go in. The guy looks at the tunnel. He looks at the other guy. He's wait right here. He gets on the phone. Within 20 minutes, the place is loaded, like 300 people, and they digged 2 inches in the other direction
and found gold.
And found over $1 billion worth of gold, rubies, etc., right? So when I read the story, it resonated with me because I always knew that, you know, hey, look, you know, life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And God is delayed gratification, and the devil is instant gratification. So sometimes instant gratification comes in the form of expectations. But a lot of times you have expectations without the actual experience or the actual due diligence or the actual work. Because when you actually put the work in, or you know what work is required, then your expectations change. So I just never forgot that story, right? And I knew, like, things take time. Right? It takes time. So, and you have to dig continuously with tenacity. You have to dig continuously with belief. You have to dig continuously with mental fortitude. You have to dig continuously with belief in God. And then finally, you have to dig and believe consistently, because that's just what the fuck you do.
Facts.
Right?
Why not?
Right?
You know, got nothing else to do.
Yeah. So that's been a secret to my persistence, so to say. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, your story is like, I guess, I don't want to say well known, but if somebody know of you, most likely they kind of know your story.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Your upbringing. So we tend to go back a little bit. So I know, like, as a child, you was in the system, you know, early on. And even with that, do you feel like that play a part in what drives you? Like your mental and how you kind of created from that younger age going through so much?
To a certain extent, because, you know, I had a conversation with my friend yesterday on the phone, and we were talking, and I was telling him, I was like, man, he was like, yo, he's like, bro, you be focused, man. Yeah. I said, well, I didn't have a point of reference for anything else. You 5 years old, you're in Covenant House, you're in children's shelter, and when you get up in the morning, your parents are supposed to take you to school. My mom's going out and do what she want to do, and I'm hanging out with the older kids that's in the shelter. 12, 13, 15.
Doing whatever they doing.
They going to Times Square. They going to sell some weed. They going to underground. They hitting the train station. They trying to swipe Metro cards for money. Right. So I'm experiencing all these things early. There was no childhood for me, right? I had to figure out how I was gonna eat every day. So in that process, beginning at like 5, 6, 7. So, you know, going to supermarkets, stealing food. You know, now we boosting, stealing clothes, hustling, robbing people, asking people, yo, you got the time? They look down, punch them in the face, and try to
get their shit over.
All right. So, So yeah, I think the upbringing, you know, played the part, but also my relationship with God played the part. And then finally, I think just being consistently curious about life and wanting to do better, then having that chip on my shoulder from, you know, being abandoned by, you know, my parents, right? You know, which is, you know, the motherless child, right? Where I say no support from my mother. Sometimes I wish I would have came from a different pussy. C-section. Even in birth, she didn't push me. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Now, every other week, you got a new man in the house. You got the nerve to point to him like he the man of the house. And they all want me to call him dad. They all wanted me to call him dad. So I grew up confused. I got beat till I was black and blue. You wonder why I'm in school, acting a fool, cutting class, picking fights, couldn't follow the rules. Free lunch won't cut it. I'm still hungry. I need food, hooked up with Daryl. I'm selling weed now, mama. I'm making moves. You put a pins warrant out, left me in the system, plus you ain't called back. They ain't love, what you call that? If you ain't want a son, mama, shit. You should have left me in that ball sack. 2 sides to the story, but I ain't having it. Too many demons inside I gotta battle with. Fuck whoever trying to play devil's advocate. Y'all don't understand how real this is. I was just a kid. 5. Had to look my mom in the eyes. Half sleep, half high. And you wonder why I'm outside? Smoking weed, pistol in my pocket, throwing up gang signs. You a junkie, mama. How you gonna demand respect? I guess you beat me cause I look like the man that left. A spitting image of my daddy. Huh? That's why you slapped me? Can nothing please you? You ain't never happy. Straight A's on report cards getting ripped. Christmas, birthdays, I ain't get shit. Every man I see you with call you bitch. This is what I deal with. It feels like God cursed me and my brothers, cause all I do is suffer, and the pain came from my mother. Rose won't grow from this concrete, roots getting pulled out, petals getting stepped on. You came home high, beat me half to death, said that I slept wrong. Bloody tampons, empty bottles of liquor, cracked valves on the same bed I slept on. How the fuck could I sleep wrong? You got me laying on the bed I could barely even sleep on. So, you know the story.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's my life to
that's
the
your life.
like, autobiographical, right? So, you know, going through that, man, it's like you get that chip on your shoulder, right? Yeah. You know, Mother's Day come around, everybody, you see people holding the roses, and you sitting there like, I don't got a mother I want to get roses for.
Yeah, it's a different kind of fuel a little bit.
Yeah, and you like, man, you know, you grow up wanting to prove your family wrong. Like, yeah, you made a mistake.
Fact.
Pops, you made a mistake, Mom. You should have. I'm great.
Yeah, I'm something to be proud of. You should have kept
even
me.
When I wanted to quit at times,
right?
That voice was still, it was like a fire that just, it kept like, nah, fuck all that. I gotta win. So I think that led to me, you know, being diligent, being consistent, and, you know, just where I'm at today, and I'm gonna take it even further. You know what I mean? Whoa.
So I had my first question. But I had another question once you started the round. So that, you know, a lot of people say Motherless Child is very resemblant like of poetry. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a poem. What got you into rapping was your grandmother getting your poem published.
Yeah, so my grandmother, she had pneumonia. She got sick, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought she was gonna die. She was like tubes down her throat and everything, right? Pause. So my aunt's friend works for a book publishing company. Mm-hmm. So I write the poem for my grandmother, and man, my aunt, I don't know how they did it, but they got to publish in a book. So I get the book, and I never had nothing to give me confidence. I never had nothing to make me feel like...
To give you that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, right, like to feel proud, right? To feel accomplished, right?
Right.
And then my grandmother said, yo, man, I read your words and they made me feel better. So I thought like, you know, okay, my words got power.
Yeah.
So that was the beginning part of like me just writing.
Understanding the power in your words.
Yeah. So
that's dope. That's super dope.
That was the beginning of it, and you know, but then it progressed to like now you going to school and we in the lunchroom, everybody crowding around the lunchroom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like this other thing, right? Because
it takes its own life on.
Yeah, I ain't got no clothes. I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
My mom, listen, man. My mom's had me. Look, man. They used to call me Flip Flop. Okay. Because my sneakers were so small, I had to make them
like flip flops.
Word, right? So I was getting teased every fucking day going to school. So when I seen the kids like rhyming, and this is what's so beautiful about fucking hip hop, man. Like, none of that shit matters. It didn't matter that my sneakers ain't fit. They was too small. It ain't matter that I had, you know, LA Gear sneakers and French Toast t-shirts and I'm fucked up. It didn't matter that I had Paco jeans, okay?
Yeah.
It didn't matter. They was just so focused on the words.
Yeah, once they see your skill, that's the only thing that matters.
All that other stuff disappears, and then now it's like you in Fortnite. You a fucking avatar. How you want to look? You know what I mean?
You're a whole different person.
Yeah, right. So you like, yo, right? And then, but when the rhyme is over,
you back there.
You back, man. You know what I'm saying? So that was, you know. So I was like, man, I gotta keep this up, man.
Right.
So every day I'm writing raps, and you know, I found something that made me feel a part of, because when you grow up in a dysfunctional family like that, you know, you have abandonment issues. So that's what I had growing up, right? So I was just trying to find love, and I wanted to be loved. So music, poetry, rapping, it gave me that feeling that was like not there. Yeah. So yeah, that's what that was.
Kind of fulfilled that hole, gave you that love and that fulfillment. So my other question was, because you even mentioned it in Motherless Child, where you say like you felt cursed by God. So even through all this shit you've been through, you know what I'm saying, you stand by God so strong. Like where did you even begin to build that relationship with God going through this journey?
Joe, I gave up. So I'm in Southport Box, right? And so I told half of the story, but I'm gonna give you the whole story, right?
Gotcha.
So I'm in prison and God sucker punched me. Boom, 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 boom. We end up fighting. So he stabbed me. I get locked up. So he stabbed me. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to call my friend to give me a pick so I can stab him back.
Right.
He get wind that I dropped a kite to get a knife. I don't know if somebody told the next morning, captain at my cell, like, yo, we want you in sergeant's office. I go in the sergeant's office, like, yo, take your shirt off, turn around. What's this? I was playing basketball, man. I don't know. I was playing basketball. He said, why you ain't reported? I said, well, I figured go away. This ain't no scratch. You lying. So he took me to the box. So I had to do 30 days in the box for unreported injuries. So now I'm sitting in a box like this. I'm tight, right? Motherfucking they stabbed me. I did the right thing. I held it down. I ain't tell.
And still get in trouble.
I'm sitting in the box 30 days. So now I'm tight. I'm like, when I get out this shit, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Right. So I send a kite. I get a blade. I get out of the box. I cut him. Guy that stabbed me, I cut him. I get a new charge. He ended up telling. I ended up doing.
You don't tell, and this nigga, and
he stabbed me first.
Yeah.
So I get to get back. He tells. I get a year in the box. I beat up some bunkies in the box. Long story short, I ended up doing like 2.5 years in the box. So now I'm mad. Then when they brought me into the box, the police, slapped me, beat me up to take me to the box. Yeah. So I'm like, man, fuck. I'm tight. So now I'm like, I need to figure out how to, get back on the police. So I splashed them. So splash them is where, you take the toothpaste. Yeah. You cut the end of the toothpaste off. Put your piss in the toothpaste. You roll it up. stick it under the door. And you say, yo, CO, I'm gonna kill myself. You get them to come to the, when they come and they look, you just step on that shit and it squirts up. So I had them splashing the pig. So then they put me in the box inside the box in Southport. Yeah. So now I'm on what they call a loaf, where you get a old ass molded head of cabbage and a bread, like it's like a bread, like a loaf of bread that's like molded and shit, and that's what you got to eat for the week. Dang. And then they turn your toilet off and you don't shower, and then so. Yeah. Word. So
they allowed to get away with this type shit?
Not anymore. The box Southport is closed now. Oh, okay. They closed Southport. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. So now I'm in there. Now I'm going crazy. I said, when I get out of this motherfucker, I'm gonna kill police or they gonna kill me, whatever. Yeah. I just gave up, right? So long story short, so I'm laying in the cell, butt naked on the floor. I'm going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm delirious, not eating. Yeah. I'm shitting. I can't flush. I can smell the shit. I'm fucked up. They coming in whenever they want. You can't see. There's no lights in there. They coming in when they want. They hold you down. They throw piss on you. They gonna get they get back. So it's like it's a lot of mental warfare, man. Yeah. And I just quit. I feel like I died in that cell at that time, right? And then I feel like Allah just came to me. I feel like God just came to me like, yo, look, man, like, you know, he made it make sense. You know, everything I've been through, everything I was going through up to that point, you know, Allah has showed me a reaction for those actions. Like he gave me a little peek into what my future was gonna be like. And then it was like, yo, and then he was like explaining it to me like, yo, you can't get this without this, right? And if the first half is hell, the other half gonna be heaven. I'm telling you, I got you. And then I felt kind of like, oh shit, it was like real, you know? And you know, I was very much desensitized. Last time I cried was, 7 years old when my mama told me Santa ain't real and smacked me and told me to go in the room. That was the last time I cried up until that point. Right. And I couldn't hold back the tears. Yeah. And it was like weird. It was like, why don't I cry? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like, God went like, you know what I mean? God, I want to mess up the frame. God hit me with the, you know what I mean?
Turn the water on.
I thought the faucet was broke. I'm trying to pull it back to fight. I'm crying like a baby. Like, what the fuck is this, man? And, it just let me know, man, like, there is a higher power and God is real. And then from that point on, it was like, man, I'm a strengthen my relationship with the Most High, right. And that has been a thing that has been sustaining me, also, protecting me too.
Right. Yeah, keeping you safe, watching over you. And the thing, it be God there from the rip that'll get you through all that shit. And a lot of us don't be realizing it until you get those type of moments.
Because you think it's you. Yeah. Right? You think it's you. But then God, if he deems necessary, he'll show you that it wasn't you, it was him. Like they say, a story about it, 2 footprints in the sand, right? They say it's like 1 footprint in the sand, and it started with 2 footprints, and then there was 1 footprint, and the person is like, yo, man, you left me, you abandoned me. And God was like, nah, motherfucker, I was carrying you. That's
the footprint. Yeah. Only one
so it started with 2 footprints, then it was 1. You ain't realize it was only 1 because I threw you on my shoulder and had to carry your ass. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was just going to mention the story. They had the story about the dude who, it was some shit like a flood or something was coming, and he was, telling everybody evacuate, and he like, no, I'm good, God got me. Said a dude come by in the boat like, come on. He like, I'm good, God got me.
Oh, yeah.
And then he come and then he go to heaven. He like, damn, God, I thought I was your man.
I said the boat. Yeah. I said bye.
He said, what else you want me to do? So he be helping you. You just don't realize it. You don't see the opportunity to take his assistance sometimes. You know what I mean?
For sure. But because at the end of the day, a lot of times it's entitlement. Sometimes we have entitlement, right? Like we want it to come this way. Sometimes pain is the blessing. Sometimes pain is disguised, right? Sometimes the blessing is wearing, what we say, a blessing in pain's clothing, right? So the blessing is clothed with the pain, right? And you got to go through that, right? God didn't deny you; He delayed you, right? And that delay gave you the time to be prepared. Right. For where you wanted to go, for where you asked to go. But like I said earlier, a lot of times people have expectations without experience. or expectations without due diligence. So due diligence is you're going to study, you're going to find the people that actually made it to where you're trying to go. And then you're not going to emulate the success. You're going to emulate the progress, the steps of it all. Right. And then when you do that, you hard pressed to have entitlement because you really know what it takes to get there. You know, just like, you know, you guys cooking, right? If you make certain dishes and certain plates, right? It takes time. Right. You gotta put love into the food. You gotta make sure the seasoning is right, measurements, the flame is, you know, the different type of pots and different type of butters. All these things go into having a great meal. You can't just throw a stick of butter in there, empty out the salt till it breaks, and whip it.
And shit gonna come out
and
good.
Here, eat it. Whoa, nah, be like, yeah, should take time.
It definitely takes time. I was talking about that earlier too. Like sometimes we all want everything right now. We want to be the best we can right now from the rip. Like somebody will jump in the podcast game and want to interview Kevin Hart from the rip and everything. But sometimes you're not ready for that. You got to understand where you are to get yourself prepared for, you know what I mean, when you get up to that point. Or the journey is what trains you for that.
And you know, that's a good point, right? Kevin being from Philly, right? But then you got to understand, you know, you got to make it make sense. So Kevin has a company, LOL, Laughing Out Loud Productions, right? It's a comedic platform. And podcasts for Kevin to get be viewed as a media outlet to promote a product or service that he's gonna provide.
Right.
So if I want to get Kevin on my podcast, well, let me look at Kevin's calendar. Let me look at his target audience. And let me create a point of contact. Who works at his company that I can create a POC, get a point of contact with, build a relationship, build a rapport, and then through that relationship, you know, that relationship becomes the catalyst for a conversation. Catalyst meaning like the bridge, right? So
carry you to that.
Yeah, so now we having a conversation. Hey, Kev, I know you got this film coming out. Hey, you're gonna be in theaters, okay? This section in Philly, they're gonna come out. They want to see the film. I know you're gonna probably spend $200,000 on TV ads.
Right.
I think if you just come on my show, it'll be just as much as impactful as spending that money on ads and commercials.
Right.
And you can still spend maybe half of that. Don't have to spend nothing from me.
Right.
And you can maybe spend $5,000 on ads for the interview that we do because people want to see that you're still connected to your roots. You didn't disconnect from where you're from. And then now, hey, you get a philanthropic approach. It's good for business, right? You're helping me out. I'm helping you out. Right. It's reciprocity. And then, you know, you have a higher chance of getting the guy on the show versus, I got a podcast, come see me.
Facts.
Yeah.
No, you just made that thing cook. You cook that thing all the way up. You made that thing make sense. Somebody gonna take that. They got a recipe now. And even then, it be the process that'll teach you shit like that. I'm sure you learned that along.
Right.
The journey.
Yeah. Because you can't. Right. That's why. Look. But that's why I said you can't have entitlement.
Right.
A lot of times people have entitlement without experience or entitlement without due diligence.
Right.
Part of the due diligence is getting with somebody who has the knowledge because they have the experience, and then they can, you know, communicate that to you. But you got to be careful because a lot of times people who have what I call authentic entitlement, they're not just going to give you what they had to fight 2 alligators for because you tired of getting your ass kicked by Elmo. Right. Okay? Get past Elmo first.
Yeah, you got to earn this shit a little bit.
Yeah, right? You know, you got to, you got to pay your dues. However, there shouldn't be a lack of nepotism or sense of culture, right? So it's a thin line between paying your dues and paying it forward.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we need to meet in the middle. The ones who are successful, pay it forward. The ones who are on the way to success, pay your dues. Right. And then you find a way. We're walking, we're walking towards each other, right? We're meeting in the middle. You're not standing all the way over here and I'm like this trying to get to you because some people are not gonna make it. They're gonna quit in the process.
Something gonna happen in between that.
Right. So that's why paying it forward is important. That's why nepotism is important. That's why platforms like this and having conversations like this is important and giving people step-by-step processes and understanding the language of it, right? And it's not personal, it's business, but what's the definitive, description of what business is.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you feel like, because I love the fact you just brought that up. I wanted to get into the other shit you did in the past, but I got to talk about that nepotism and, the guys who made it all the way up here and you working your way, because we at this age, man, where everybody be so for theyself, where people will watch you walk this whole long way. You know what I'm saying? They reaching back for certain people, or they just picking and choosing, and
I got something for you. I'm gonna tell you what my grandfather said about this, man. I never said this before. Oh, man. Listen, man. Once your asshole gets banged out 5 times, the man pumping the man in the ass dick ain't gonna get hard again. Okay? So
you gotta break that down for me.
Yeah. So, no, it's some real shit. So what it means is a lot of people, they do something strange for some change. Right? So once the man been pumping the man in the ass, his dick ain't gonna get hard anymore. So so meaning, like, if you had to do some weird act to get success, right? I've already conquered what I needed to conquer and empowered a slave that can push my agenda for generations to come. So I don't need to find another booty to run into.
Yeah.
I just ran in your butt, gave you the bag. Right? I like the lottery scam. So man wins $200 million when we can't get $20 in reparations. So what that means is, it's like, we're going to pick and choose. We're going to handpick this house nigga. We're going to empower him, but we're going to haze him, vet him, embarrass him to acquire that empowerment. And once he's in place for the next 20 years, I don't have to embarrass and empower nobody else, because he's going to still be there. He's the gatekeeper now. Yeah,
once I get him, I don't need to get nobody else.
Right. So we have to understand, a lot of people do dishonorable things to be successful. But the key, the secret to be successful is mindset. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. How you think creates how you feel. So what am I thinking? Well, I'm thinking I'm going to be successful. So my thoughts have to have affirmations. But what affirmations do I need? I need the I am. I am successful. I am rich. I am the #1 podcast in the company, in the world, in the country. I am a streaming service owner. Right? Because everything that you add I am to becomes added to you. So now when you know how to, when you know how to properly use the tools that God gave you, then you can build the things that God gave you the capabilities and abilities to build. So how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Now, when you think a thought, right, and you sit with a thought, it takes about 3 minutes minimum. Your body starts to produce a chemical. We're cooking, right? So think of it like boiling water, right? The chef is here. She knows you can't boil water in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's the bubbles? No, it's not gonna happen. It has to heat up. It has to heat up. So when you think something, your body is like boiling water. It has to be held there long enough, and then your body produces a chemical and a hormone associated with the thought that you're thinking. Then that chemical and that hormone turns into an emotion. Then that emotion creates a vibration. That vibration has a gravitational pull. Right. That will bring to an existence what you're vibrating. Right. Okay? Yeah. And this is how you become successful. But you have to be willing to go through the process and take the actual steps. And the people who have acquired success without taking the steps have sold their soul. So it's not sustainable. You're gonna get it today, but lose it tomorrow.
Lose it tomorrow. Yeah. Anything that happens quick is over quick. Yeah. I'm sitting here. It's wild. I can't get the term out of my head for. I'm mad. That shit it start with an O. I don't know if you familiar with it. It's when two things exist at the same time but at different points. And it's like a way you travel. Because that's what manifestation is, or a sense of. So I get into a lot of this shit a little bit. God damn, what the fuck? It's part of time travel. Is the way, it's the folding of something. You fold it, something with an O. Nobody knows. Nobody can
polarity
get
is, polarity.
Nobody got it.
Polarity's in that family too, though.
Yeah.
Polarity,
polarity, pole, and it's magnet.
Yeah, because so it's like without, if you have light, you have dark. Right. It's just two ends of the same spectrum. Facts. If you have hot, you have cold. Just two ends of the same spectrum, right? Yeah. So polarity is, if it would be a good word to replace if you can't remember the old word. But I know people watch this like, what you guys are talking about? Basically, what we're saying is if you use what God gave you a mind. But you have to use what God gave you in a particular way in order to get the actual results out of it.
The results that you want, right?
And if you try to find people to teach you that didn't utilize those tools, a conversation with them is a waste of time.
Facts. Because they ain't even get there like that. So they don't even know nothing about that.
And then when you're asking, instead of bending over, body language says it all.
Right.
Right? So if you say, hey, you get on your knees, pause, trying to give somebody a blowjob, then hey, they might be able to help you because they did something strange for some change. But I did it with honor. I did it with God.
Right.
I did it with using my mind. That's why it took so goddamn long.
I wanted to talk about that too.
You know what I mean?
So it's like, I don't know what year it is that you had, got out of jail, but we know you end up, chasing down music. Like we said, your grandma inspired you, had to get your poem published and all that shit. So when is it you got your deal?
So I get out of prison. Now, I got out of prison, it was tough. So I'm on parole. I'm doing category 1, 5 years post-release, right? And so I'm telling my probation officer, I'm not getting no job. So I had to go through like 5 different POs, supervisors and everything. I said, listen, I made my poor man's copyright in prison. Right? You mail it to yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I read.
Never open it type shit.
So I got my poor man's copyright for my company, my name. Listen, I'm an artist. I'm doing music. Then I was corresponding with the SBA, Small Business Association. They had developmental centers. So I reached out to them and they was helping me with the process of like legal Zoom, getting my LLCs and stuff like that. Then I went down to 42 Broadway, the 6th floor, Department of Consumer Affairs in New York. So I get my tax ID number. I get my temporary street fair permit.
Right.
I'm getting all my certifications.
Right.
Now I'm going to every record label. I'm knocking on doors. I'm rapping. I'm basically bullying my way
into the situation.
Yeah. So I got to be careful because of who I was signed to. Because cease and desist happens. So let's just say that how can I say this? They say this is a big rich town.
Yeah. We
just come from the poorest parts, man. So what I'm saying is I get the deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
You'd have been a nice fit too. You look like, you definitely fit the roster.
But you gotta understand, man. I mean, music is it's smoke and mirrors. And I thought it was one thing, and then when I found out it was the other thing, I wasn't with none of it. So then I had to go through that process, right? And then so, I end up getting dropped, lose my deal. Then I get another deal.
What they drop you for? If you don't mind me asking.
You remember the conversation we had earlier, right? You gonna go left or right?
Yeah.
I'm always going right.
Yeah.
I'm always going right.
Right.
So there's no amount of money, there's no amount of pressure, there's no amount of anything to make me go left.
That's crazy. Who we just talked to? We just said that shit, talking about the doors. We talking about people who they never make it all the way. And he was like, yeah, such and such was hot. And they just disappeared. Who did we say disappeared though?
Who's talking about?
We was talking to Big Uber. We was talking about some shit though. Somebody who was nice, but we like they ain't take that other door.
Yeah, for sure.
They went the other way. Yeah. Oh, Dej Loof. Yeah, we like, damn, what happened to Dej? Why she not popping like that? Cause she's still performing this shit, but she was up there. She took the other door.
Absolutely.
She wasn't with the fuck shit. She wasn't trying to do all that. So my thing.
So then what happens is from there, I said, okay, I'm gonna hustle though.
You gonna get it?
I sold crack. I sold clothes. I sold coke. I fucking went to supermarkets and stole turkey legs and resold them. I'm gonna figure out how to get $1.
Yeah.
Right? So, I'm and shout out to my man Timo King. I give him credit for it. So I meet this guy. He's trying to sell me a CD. I ain't got no money. I'm mad. I'm on parole. I almost punched him in the nose, man. I was like, frustrated, right?
Yeah, you just upset about everything.
I was like, look, man, I ain't got no money. He's like, man, nah. He said, I was like, man, I rap too, man. He's like, word, let me hear something. So I rap for him. He's like, damn, man, here, you can keep the CD. So, I play the CD, and I hear it, and I go, yo, no disrespect, he wasn't as good as me. So I said, damn, if he could do it, then fuck, man, I could do it. So I went through the process of trying to figure out how to get my CD, how to make my own CD.
Right.
And that was the beginning processes of what I did after I lost my deal. But the thing about the door and everything, it's tricky because sometimes people think when you don't speak on it, you scared. But you got to be careful because it's like that shit is like magic and weird shit. So if you speak on certain things, you can bring that energy into your life. So it's like, it's not my job to fight the devil. God got that, right? And the devil can't, it's like you can't serve two masters. So if this person is led blind,
Right.
nobody could wake him up unless Allah decides for that to happen, if that's the creed. This person that's on the parallel path, the straight path, that's staying focused, the devil can't touch that, right? So what I've learned is stay on a parallel path. You know, you're not gonna sell your soul, cool. The people that sold their soul, that's their business. Hey, man, God bless you. You with that other shit, I'm not with it. I'm over here.
Right.
And I ain't got time to try to figure out
To try to save everybody.
blood sacrifices, all that shit is real.
Yeah.
I'd have been shot you in the face and I'll be back on the count. I'm cool, man. I ain't listen, man. I don't want no problems with that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay over here. My life has changed. Yeah. So
Why you think so many people still be chasing that down though? Even though you got dudes like yourself that'll go through it, and I still be like looking up and niggas is still out here chasing deals, willing to do whatever to
back to my grandfather.
To get that deal.
Back to my grandfather. My grandfather always said, never let desperation change your destination. So that's just what happens, right? Like, you know, brothers and sisters, they're desperate, right? And even though they know it's wrong, they say, fuck it. Give it to me anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Right? You're that desperate. Like, you're that.
Right.
So that's why motherfuckers know they're doing wrong now. Right? But there's sometimes it's self-hate. Sometimes it's low self-esteem. Right? Sometimes it's lack of belief. Sometimes it's lack of mental toughness. And then they fold.
You just willing to do whatever. You can't
because you let the desperation change your destination, right? So, and we're all destined to be successful. We just have to figure out how to get there the right way. Most people don't have the strength. It takes strength to do that, right? It takes strength to do what I do. It takes strength to, you get out of prison, you homeless, you selling CDs, people laughing at you like, yo, hey man, we don't buy CDs. There was no CD players. Hey man, I don't care, man. This is vinyl, man. And this is my vinyl, man. Right. I'm selling this, man. I don't give a fuck what you do. Listen, man, I'm a rap. If you don't like it, hey man, keep it moving. If you like it, give me $10, man. I mean, so I'm saying all to say this. You gotta be willing to go through the process.
That's it.
That's it. And it's no way to skip the line. Everybody want to skip the line. Everybody want this shit. You want something that's gonna stand. You gotta build that shit manually.
Yep.
And stop letting desperation change your destination. You going through it because that's the price you paying. But be glad you ain't paying by having a cock in your butt. Right?
Yeah.
Be glad you're not paying by having to have your brother murdered. Be like, cause that shit is real.
That's what's going on, yeah.
So you be happy, man. Like this, you just gotta work hard. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Get off Instagram for a second. Life ain't a YouTube reel. Life ain't about likes and follows and shit and reposting. Nah, man. Like you want something of substance, you gotta work. You gotta work. And if you don't work, you're not gonna have it.
Fact.
You gotta work, and you gotta think like a hustler. And the greatest hustlers, I'm one of them. But I've met ones, just like myself. Everything is an opportunity. And when you start thinking like that and you're willing to do the work, it's gonna happen. I'm not gonna sit here and wait. I see you got the Ray-Bans. We reaching out the Ray-Bans. How you doing, man? I got this, You got new technology coming. Listen, man, this shit would be a lot better if you did it this way, and you need to give me some free stuff so I could bomb. Right? We making a website. We making a paywall. You got a nice setup here. We're not just sitting here waiting for somebody to put us on. Now we're going to make this website. YouTube is good. YouTube is good, right? But we're going to make this website, create a paywall, make original content, and say, now, okay, look, man, in order to get this original content, you got to pay subscription. Then they got a Fair Use Act, where you can use pre-existing content like this related to cooking and stuff like that, right? And have all that shit on your website for free. Use that as bait to get
get other people
subscribers.
in there, yeah.
Okay, set a subscriber goal, which should be 1 million. So 1 million times 20 is what?
20 million.
So now now we eating.
Right.
Now and that's not even a lot.
That's only getting $20 from $1 million, motherfucker. Yeah.
That's it, because it's subscription. Netflix does it.
Right.
Hulu does it. Amazon does it. So why we ain't doing it?
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree, man. You just dropped some gold on you. You just gave the whole blueprint. I'm gonna go back and watch. Get my shit all the way right too.
And that's the thing that it takes, right? And then being able to meet fear when it comes, because once you get the information, the first thing is fear. Because after information comes what? It's a P word.
Procrastination.
Oh, after information comes procrastination. And you can only kill procrastination with what? Application. Right?
Action.
You get the information, then you get the procrastination, but you gotta have the application. So when this is over and we eating the food and everybody's packing up, you like, hold up, man. Let me go make this. Let's get this website. Let's go on GoDaddy.com. Let's say, you know what? Nah, what's gonna be the subscriber price for our content? And then every 3 weeks or every once a month, we put all our content together and have an event where we can engage with all the subscribers. Right? Making it more interactive.
Right.
And doing it on your own. We not worrying about the networks.
Yeah.
We need to do what Netflix is doing. We need to do what Prime is doing. We need to do what Tubi is doing. They've been using us for too long. It's slavery. We do everything. We do everything, right?
We the ones who make it hot.
It's something called CPM. I know you got more questions, but I want to get this. It's important. Something called CPM, cost per milli, right? The standardized CPM
Like
is
$25 per thousand. You know, that's my thing. You understand? Yeah.
Right? So, but what they don't tell you is that price is bullshit. The standardized CPM could be anywhere from $25,000 to $250,000.
Yeah.
That Google is getting a check from the people who advertise with them. Right? So they're not even. First of all, you don't know what the CPM is. You're not even getting the proper CPM rate, because Google just got close to $10 billion in advertisement dollars and only paid out under $100 million to content creators. Right? So what that means is, what does that mean for everybody in this room? That means there's money in advertisement.
Facts. That's where all the money is. That's why they run all this content.
So why are we not taking online courses and starting to understand how to advertise? Why are we advertising for freely, not getting paid, but our content is what creates the ad slots for the platform owners? Okay? YouTube cannot make any money off of advertisement if they didn't have content creators. If you strip away all the content creators, YouTube won't get a penny in advertisement dollars.
We got a problem with working with each other. We got a thing where we don't trust ourselves. Like you said, that self-hate, where it's like, this is, damn, I can't remember what his name is.
Listen, I'm going to tell you another thing too. Stop looking to pee when I drink. I got that from my grandfather. Stop looking to pee when I drink. And I'm going to stop thinking to shit when you eating steak, man. You worry about the wrong fight, man.
Right.
The food is coming, we building, but this is important. You worry about the wrong fight, Jack. 1, 2, 3, 4. I seen another lady in here, 5, and you was 6. That's enough people to build $100 million company.
Right.
So don't worry about the neighbor, worry about who in your house.
There you go. That's
and when you got in this, shout out to my grandfather, man, he's the king of analogies, right? But stop worrying about the neighbor, worry about who in your house. Right now, there's a bunch of houses on the block, okay? Let me just, before we get to the food, what's your name? Weeze. Okay, Weeze. Next door, I'm done with everybody. Give me 3 seconds to answer the question. Weeze, right? 3 seconds. Right now, next door, what they watch on TV? 1, 2.
I can't even tell you.
What's your name? Latifah. I like your name. Down the block, I drove by a corner store, and they was playing a song, right? Right now, what song did they play?
Little baby.
Yeah, we it's a comment. I'm gonna take your answer as the last part. I don't know. What's your name, my man? Pengus. So Pengus. Bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers. Right now, I have a nice car outside, and I have, some merchandise in my trunk. Right? What color is the 3 T-shirts I have in my trunk right now?
White, blue, and black.
The answer is you don't know.
Y'all don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you trying. Stop it. You're reaching. It's like laying on your back trying to touch the sun. You're reaching. Okay, my brother, last man standing. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben. Okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
I don't know. I guess.
That's the point.
Yeah.
See?
You don't know.
We got to get out of that. Just say you don't fucking know.
Right.
Right? People be trying to do the wrong shit. You don't fucking know. Don't try to figure it out. I don't know. That's one. Number two, don't try to figure some shit out that don't need to be figured out. Number three, I can't tell you what's going on in the neighborhood. I don't know. I don't give a fuck neither, right? I got to focus on what's going on in the house, because when I focus on what's going on in the house, I got an opportunity to amplify all the motherfuckers that's in the house, right? And then when I amplify, well, I got $100 million company. And then I'm not worrying about what they playing, what they eating, what kind of t-shirts I got in my car. I ain't got t-shirts in my car. I set you up for that, man. You know, right? You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, you get it, man.
I got you. I see what you're saying. You know, don't worry about them. We got to get out of those habits. We got a lot of habits that, you know, we got to work out of, but it comes
Only
to time.
because, listen, you got that habit. I'm going to tell you right now. You got the habit, because remember when I said about the paying the dues and paying it forward?
Right.
This you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Motherfucker look at you like this. They not taking one step towards you, right? Don't let the characteristics of the person that's supposed to pay it forward, or the inability to pay it forward, affect the dues that you pay, and underestimate the power and benefits coming to you, brother, from paying your dues. Because when you start to look in the window, you go nowhere. When you look in the mirror at all times, you go everywhere. Right? And now you take everybody that's in the room, like, we gonna fuck that. Are you cooking? I bet. What we need to do is, Aunt Jemima is done. And fuck Aunt Jemima. She was a house bitch for a long time. This is slave shit. They trying to brainwash Aunt Jemima. There's opportunities for the shelves. We need hot sauce. We need steak rubs. We gonna, let's get to it. Right? And every time we got an episode, hey, we like to cut this short. What's your name, Latifah? This is Mother Latifah's syrup for your pancakes. Ha! Right? Boom. You guys shooting it. You the sound guy. So the sound guy is gonna be really, 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 really good at reaching out to producers. Hey man, all you guys on YouTube, you playing your beats. Listen, man, we need a jingle. We need some commercials, man. I would love to have your beats on my joint, and I'll promote your beats. Hey, give me $2, man. Right? Editor guy, it's gonna be easy for you. Could you edit, or you just shoot?
Shooting.
You're just standing there. Which one?
Shooting.
You shooting?
I shoot, yeah.
You shoot. Okay, now I'm making sure now. Some people just.
I don't
All right, cool. You shoot. And what you do, my brother?
Produce and shoot.
Produce and shoot. So you don't edit.
I do.
Okay, so you don't edit, but you do edit. Okay, so you need to be fucking making a fucking website with the paywall. Okay, you need to work with him on finding a diverse advertisement revenue stream for smaller companies with simple products, and then you need to get the ball rolling. That's it, man.
Right.
And you need to do your Barry White thing and take it the fuck over, champ.
Appreciate that. Listen, with that, man, we going right to the food, because he giving the game out left and right. You ain't got no pen and pad. I don't know what the fuck you doing right now.
You gotta watch this shit 200,000 times. Get my man views
He
up.
gonna give you the business plan, though. That over right there was tight. So, listen, man, make sure y'all tap in. It's The Smart Guy. It's your boy Smooth. We about to get to this food. Cooking Up 215. We be right back. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite? Yes, sir. Ah, chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth, and it is my favorite part of the show. It's time to get into that food. Still got my guy, Smart Guy, in the building. And we got Miss Tifa, man. It's been a long time. Tifa was one of our original chefs way back when we first started, like 2015, 16. So we appreciate you coming back, Miss Tifa.
Definitely.
Listen, man, you did something big. You know, Smart, you over here like this, crazy, you heard? So tell the people what you got for us.
So today I actually made a garlic buttered mash seasoned topped with sauteed spinach and just a side of, I would say, cilantro, balsamic lamb chops with a side of grilled shrimp and also pomegranates on top.
Some little pomegranates sprinkled up in there.
Yeah, I ain't never seen that. Yeah, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's
Got the
different.
tiger shrimp, as we call it. We call it tiger shrimp.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes.
This
You're going to eat well
this
with
meal
me.
will.
You're going to definitely eat
Real.
well.
Well, tell the people. So what else you getting into now? You know, you back outside.
I've been outside, but I've been doing a lot. So this
Okay.
is just one avenue that I'm
What
doing.
you offering?
So with this particular meal, like I'm actually offering infused and also just pretty much regular dishes.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people in today's time, they're very spiritual, you know. So I just wanted to be, you know, just do a little topper of pretty much getting into the infused meals.
Got you. Got you. All right. Well, let the people know how they can reach you, get themselves a, you know, one of these meals, an infused meal, so they get high off lamb chops one day.
Yes.
Like, you know what I
So
mean?
you all can reach me at Spanx Me Babies. It's my cat page, but you can still reach me. You can reach me at
Meow, meow.
Yeah, Spank_me babies.
All right, there you
Yeah,
go,
on
man.
Instagram.
Yes, we're gonna go to, what is it?
Spank me
What is it?
Spanx Me Babies.
Shout out to Spanx Me Babies, okay? Because she's making tiger shrimp and her teeth is white like cocaine, okay? So
Listen, I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell, man.
she put the coal in gate, don't you?
Listen, but make sure y'all check out. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Smooth, Smart Guy, Miss Tifa.
Yes.
Cooking Up 215. We back to the show. Let's go.
Alrighty.
You already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth. Still here with my guy, Smart Guy. We right back at it. Listen, man. Tifa came through. She said, make it a situation. It's grown man portion too. Lamb chop. She ain't go scarce on nothing with the sauteed spinach. You know what I'm saying? It's the time, man. It's when we get the fork. We dive in. Let them know what it's heading for. Let them know how we feel about it. Keep it a bean too. Don't be scared.
Yeah, I like the mashed potatoes. It's good.
Yeah,
Especially
mashed
with-
popping.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was the first place I went. I don't know why. That didn't happen.
And I like it with the pomegranates, which made me curious.
It gave it a little. You know what I mean,
Yeah. Which I'll be curious to see how
the raisins and the potato salad.
the cranberries how cranberries or like might taste with this.
No, it do. For some reason, they're a little sweet, and they small enough where it's not overpowering. But it worked, and the mashed potatoes is creamy. The
Shout
spinach
out
is
to
good.
how you say Spanx Babies?
Spanx Me Babies. Yes.
Spanx Me.
Yes. Babies.
Shout out to Spanx Me Babies. Cause I just got spanked with this flavor.
Nah, bro, right. I'm trying to put the mash with the shrimp.
Yeah.
The shrimp just right.
Put together right and all that, yeah. Ain't playing no games, okay.
Trying to put the main thing.
Nice fire.
What we've been waiting on.
Yeah. Nah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. It's seasoned right too.
Cooked just right.
Damn, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? No super well done shit. This joint is right.
That's how land's supposed to take, man. And she was under pressure too. She lights was on and all that. You know, everybody don't cook the same under the lights.
Nah, this thing hitting.
It's called Spanx Me. What is it?
Can I pull it up?
Yeah, I got Get Monty, pull up my gram thing. You gotta get that down pat. Spanx Me Babies.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That thing crazy.
Yeah, that's fire. I rock with it.
Y'all know me, I disappeared for a little bit, get into this food real fast.
Real quick. Yeah, you ain't doing nothing wrong.
You know, I was hungry, I ain't eat all day.
You know, shit tastes better when you're hungry. It's not yours. It's a little bit or it's late.
Real shit.
Right? You be like, that juice hit. You have more than juice
You appreciate it a little bit more.
and it's late at night. Yeah. Just follow me back. I see his private. I don't be following nobody. Woo. Whoa. It's late. I buy juice. It be late at night. I taste it. It's good as a motherfucker. Wake up the next day, it don't hit the same. Or if it ain't yours, people's like, yo, let me get some of that, man. Damn, whoa. Then you go get the same
And you
plate.
gonna want the same thing, yeah? I'm about to say that.
And it tastes different like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. That shit fire.
Man, this shit hitting though. This shit hitting here.
That's fire. Let me see a t-shirt, man. See a t-shirt, man. Oh. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
I like that pomegranate and the mashed
like
potato.
this.
I'm not going to hold you.
That
That
color's
shit,
fire.
that shit kind of hit. Yeah, I bought you some shirts. You know what I mean?
Oh, so me, what?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, come on. We on a budget here, man. One, know what I mean? One is good enough, man. Unless you want to get two, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, he roll with you take it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, we cooking up. We got tiger shrimp.
Are we actually
T-shirts.
just put it on, man? You know,
I'm feeling
that's all.
special, man. As soon as I walked in here, I was like, this is a Cosby show. It's a Cosby show vibes, man. I'm like, where the fuck Bill at, man?
We want you to feel at home, man. We want
Nah,
you
it's
to
a
be
good vibe. It's a good
comfortable, you know what I'm
vibe.
saying?
It's a good vibe. And then that's Mama Love, right? That's your mom's? Boss lady. Mama Love, can I just say something, Mama Love? Could you come a little closer, Mama Love?
You want to pull it on camera and tell her? Come on.
Yeah, come on, Mama Love.
We don't do cameras.
Oh,
Come here, come say hi one time. Just come say hi one time.
Say hi.
So people ain't never seen you before.
because this is so important and you know, I know
here
you
real
missed
quick.
the Mama Love is important, Mama Love.
Right.
Come on.
I know because
Watch your step.
I know you missed the first part, right? So I wanted to say this, right?
Right here. They so they can see you. They can't see you
because-
behind me. There you go.
My mom's, you know, abused me, abandoned me, smoked crack, got high, in and out of shelters and stuff like that, right? And a lot of times, just because it's not publicized or popularized, it might be more deadbeat mothers than deadbeat daddies,
That's a true statement.
right? So this is powerful, right? And this matters, right? And I'm always in awe of a good mother-son relationship. You know, you got ups and downs, you got ebbs and flows, of course, but I think just having that access, man, is powerful, showing that appreciation and letting that be seen on camera, right? And that's important, man. That's important, right? Yeah, so
That's my rock.
shout out to
My
Mama
road
Love.
dog. You know what I mean? She keep me going. She hold me down. Right, you know what I mean? That's how we get down. We be popping now.
Yeah, man, it's important, man.
Yeah, I
It's
appreciate
powerful.
that.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate the tiger shrimp, man. Yeah.
Don't lie, man.
Hold up.
This shit was good.
First podcast that fed me, man.
I appreciate that. man.
I know some big podcasts too, man.
We carry it different, don't we?
Whoa, you like, hold up, man. I just did some joint in the city. I go on the spot. He got this canned water. She called Liquid Death. I'm not sipping that, man. This is what you heard that? It's a new water called Liquid Death.
Wiz be pushing that shit.
I'm not drinking that, man. Liquid Death. Nah. give me liquid life.
Right.
Liquid living, motherfucker.
I seen that shit the first time in Five Below. I was like, oh yeah, they just pushing it now. They just don't even care. They don't care.
And people consuming it.
Yeah. And it matters too. You never seen that joint where somebody wrote some words on the glass, put some water in it, put it in the refrigerator. They put a good word on one, a positive word on one, negative word on the other, and watch out.
Because the molecular structure of the water will change. It's a book called The Hidden Power of Water. Right?
Yeah.
So they did a real study on that.
Right.
So you drinking water that say liquid death.
You don't think that shit got we downplay so much and think it don't have an effect when it really do.
They know the science.
They
of it.
know the things.
That's why
we just don't.
That's why you gotta look at Wiz.
A lot of us don't be open to it, or we downplay a lot of that shit when the whole time we really know it. We think that it's just called that, or a name don't matter, or the shit we say don't matter.
Yeah,
and the whole time, all them words really matter.
Oh yeah, let me wrap this up.
You know what I'm saying? Everything you say matters. So you can speak life into shit, or you can speak
this whole
death
thing.
into shit.
Yeah, you
You know what I'm
could.
saying? You could curse your whole situation. You run around, keep saying how broke you are, you're gonna remain broke. You know what I mean? And it's just part of it. It's the whole thing. Like everybody bottled it up into manifestation, but it's just the way we are designed. Where I don't know why the word just eluded me again, but it's this thing where your thoughts though they really take you to these places. The things you say and what you do really take you to these places. in the snap of a finger, you'll be exactly what you said.
So I said my mantra, man. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. So again, this is why a lot of times we have a hard time being successful because we don't know how to acquire the success. Right? So that's why you have to prophesize prosperity. And, as a man and as men, we're supposed to be protectors, providers. Now, the man provides through provision. So you have to go to God and ask God intentional for provision. God gives you provision. Now you're in a position to be a provider for your family. A woman's role is wisdom and balance. But the woman has to understand not only her role, but how to apply her love, which comes in 3 phases. The first phase is informative love. So she has to inform that man that you are the protector, you are the provider, and you can get provision. But don't go to me, go to God. This is what the woman has to do. That's the first phase of love. The second phase of love is unconditional. The woman is the nurturer. The woman is empathetic and sympathetic, right? So she has to be patient, and through that unconditional love and informative love, it sets the table for the final phase of love, which is tough love, which is accountability. The problem is they condition black women to lead with the last first. Okay, so you have, so I'm saying, to kind of like piggyback what you're saying. What we think, how you think creates how you feel becomes an emotion, that emotion becomes a vibration, that vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. Right. Now you have your moms. So that relationship with your moms makes it easier for you to receive the provision from God. And then through that relationship, that the mom is like the gatekeeper between you and God in that way, because you can go to your moms and get a hug, and that's all you need. That recharges you in a whole different way. And then now when you go on to God, you get the provision. Now you taking care of mom. Right. And that's the natural order of life. Right? So it's very important for us to have these conversations as a culture, and take the proper approach. Right. And even the queen, the chef, she came, having the confidence, staying consistent because you're great at what you do, right? And making sure you get just due because you're great at what you do. Yeah.
That's a fact. Let's talk about you, man, and all the things you working on. I know that you boxing.
Yeah.
Which is, and how long did you want to become a boxer? Like, at what point did you decide I want to be a boxer?
It was crazy, right? I never in a million years
thought you'd be trying to become a boxer. Or thought you would be a boxer.
Yeah, because I was always fighting in the street, always fighting in the system, right? I was always fighting, so that was like regular, right?
Right.
But like to box, I'm like.
Yeah.
I like the movie Rocky, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But I get in a beef with this boxer. And he talking crazy. So my first instinct is, man, listen, I'm gonna find you in the street, I'm gonna grab you by the head, poke you, I'm gonna really whip you out, right?
Right.
He like, nah, we gonna go in the gym. I'm like, you gonna go to the gym? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't stupid. I'm like, I ain't gonna put no gloves on and
like, nigga, you do this.
You do this, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna train. I'm gonna kick your ass, but I'm gonna train.
Right.
And I'm an extremist. If I do something,
you take it all the way there.
I'm all out. I'm getting up in the morning. I'm running. I'm dieting. I'm shadow boxing. I'm going at this. And mid training, it became less about the guy and more about the craft. And then I started to get good, and going to certain gyms, and then the guy that initially was supposed to fight me didn't want to fight me.
You done got sharper now. You put some word into it, some time into it.
Yeah, so that's how the boxing, initially, and then it was like I wanted to be great because I used to play basketball, and I was really good at basketball. And prison kind of curved my NBA dreams, so I said I got to be a professional athlete. That was on the bucket list. So I said, you know what, I'm doing this, and it's working, and it's crazy, right? Because I guess like sometimes rapping helps me explain shit, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, Granddaddy died, cremated. I watched him turn to dust. I fear law, but then it's pistol where I put my trust. I left prison with a plan. No, granddaddy died, I watched him leave, that shit won't go away. In his life, you will be tested. That's what they always say. But even if you pass that shit, sometimes that pain won't go away. Hollows in that effing, duct tape when I load the K. I got the devil at my door, but can't no demon take control of me. Angels all around, I think of law before I go to sleep. Every breath I take a blessing. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Sometimes God gives you flowers, oftentimes he's just planting seeds. But you can't hate, you said you can't eat the fruit, but hate the tree. Right? So, man, it's crazy because everything I wanted is coming. I'm getting it now.
Right.
So that's why it's like it's important to run the race. It's important to run the marathon. It's important to go through the ups and downs.
Right.
Go through the ugly moments. Go through. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. But understand that even though it's a marathon, the finish, no matter how long the marathon is, the finish line does not move. The finish line does not move. Right?
Right.
And on the other side of every marathon, there's a finish line. At the end of every marathon, there's a finish line. And on the other side of every finish line is a phenomenal reward. So don't be afraid to run the marathon because you will be the beneficiary of that reward. What's on the other side of the finish line? And it's coming and it's happening to me. And I said, man, I'm going to be a superstar. I'm going to be a household name. It's happening now. It's sprinkling. I'm going out. People, yo, man, yo. It's like, oh.
Yeah, you seen it.
And I did it the right way, though.
Facts. Took the long route.
I didn't bend.
Yeah.
I didn't fold.
Facts.
I didn't compromise myself. I didn't do nothing. I didn't care. I didn't care how long the marathon. I didn't care about, okay, I'm burning this bridge. And, well, if me saying I'm hungry and I want to eat and still have my principles and my manhood intact is gonna burn this bridge, then burn the bridge because I ain't gonna never cross it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a fact.
So, man, you know, it's just like you guys been talking about it. Now it's like, okay, let's really turn up and then go for it. It's different. It's like, I'm gonna use boxing for instance, right? You got people that throw the jab, right? They throw the jab like this, right? Like a flicker jab, right? Then you got people that throw the jab and they close and they throw it. Then you got people that throw the jab and turn it over, right? They turn it over.
Right.
They turn it over, right? And they really, you know what I mean? That's how you gotta fight life. Can't go in there pouring and going to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's how that's how you gotta approach this. It's the tenacity you gotta have. And you have to have confidence. So the next point I want to say, which is important, is make your content calendar. Your content calendar is all the content you gotta create from Monday to Sunday. Make your reinforcement calendar. That's the most important thing because you gotta identify what motivates you, what triggers you, right? Like I'm pretty sure if you seen a crackhead smack your moms, man, interview's over. We gonna grab some forks. We gonna fix you up on this block.
Yeah, we outside.
Right? But that's the trigger, right? Like, so you gotta identify things that make you turn up, and then consume those things in a mature, controlled way. Raise your level, and then get to work. And for every goal you set. Right? This is your reinforcement calendar. You need to assign a particular set of motivation for the goals you set because you're going to need it. Because when you go down to B&H and you like, hey, man, I'm trying to get these free cameras, you need to be on one. And you need to know they got new cameras coming out all the time that's never been tested. So you're going to be like, I'm on one. You're going to need it to reach out to producers to get them to give you beats, to start showcasing beats and paying for advertisement. You're going to need it. You're going to need it if you say, hey, I'm going to take this, put this in a hermetically sealed thing, start packaging this thing up and create my own catering delivery service. Uber Eats, right? Like Uber Eats, right? But I'm the Uber in the eat. Right? You're going to need it. And you being being a spearhead, being an anchor, you're going to need it too. Because it's going to be that test.
Right.
Right? Are you going to sell out or are you going to keep going? Because once, and I never understood people to sell out because it's like, if you leave me for dead, like I just told you, I'm on the phone last night, right? Instagram looking at a girl that I used to like, right? And I'm on the phone talking to her. But in my mind, I'm like, if I wasn't where I'm at, you never would have reached out to me.
Yeah, we would not be on
And
this phone right now.
I'm waiting because my memory is like an elephant. So I'm just waiting, and I'm like, yeah, remember you left me on scene, blah, 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 blah. No, nah. Fuck you, lose my number. And I hung up and blocked her. I did.
I thought y'all had a good conversation.
No. You know, and because it was like, I guess I'm realer than most, but I feel like when you work hard for something, everybody want to ride in a limo, but nobody want to ride in a bus. Bro, I'm gonna be bigger than Tupac one day, bro. I promise you, bro. This shit I'm leaving, I'm a digital hieroglyphic. For real, bro. Like this shit, that's why I'm talking this way. I'm leaving the legacy, bro. Mm-hmm. This is legacy shit. I'm building legacy, bro. I'm not. Right. I'm on a different mission. So I'm not gonna let people that didn't see the mission 5 years ago come around now. Like, people stay close enough to you to make you feel like they're a part of your success, but further enough away from you, so they gotta contribute to your success.
Yeah.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Bitch, you was just in the gym. You get it? You was just in the gym.
And they'll still
I'm shooting,
title, though.
but you was just in the gym. So you mistake. No, you wasn't. You didn't grab a basketball. You ain't get a rebound. You ain't give me no water. You was just in the gym, smiling. That ain't good enough, man. You had a pocket full of money. You knew you ain't had no water. You had extra water in your trunk. You ain't help me out at all. You just in the gym smiling. Yeah. And then you be successful. Yo, remember me? I was in the gym with you, man.
I was in there.
Yeah, you was just in there.
I saw you when you did that.
You ain't get the rebound. You ain't buy a basketball. Mm-hmm. When I fell, hurt my ankle, you ain't give me no ace band rap. You ain't do nothing. You was just in the gym watching me shoot, watching me go through everything. And then when I got successful, you tried to use the memories that I remember to you being in the gym as some type of entitlement that you get. No, fuck you. Fuck you, man.
And then you wrong when you feel like that.
No, I'm right.
After I went through all that. No, you know, that's how they look at it. That's how they treat you.
No, they know they wrong.
They feel like, oh, you tripping, oh, you acting different.
Yeah, I owe you shit.
You watch me.
You know what I mean?
You don't show no
I
love,
drove, listen,
no
man, listen, I drove damn near 3 hours. Right? I had to do an interview before I came here. So I did an interview. My manager like, yo, man, listen, the guy is, I'm gonna run my media, bro. My manager just tell me where to go. Mm-hmm. Cause it got too much. So I got people that, in a minute, I might not even hold my phone. He about to making calls for me. I don't want nothing to do with it. Just tell me where to go. Mm-hmm. So that's 3 hours here, but 3 hours here means what?
3 hours back.
That's 6 hours, man. You putting in the work. I'm about to go to London. I got a TED Talks. I'm moving. I'm building it. I'm putting in the work. So you ain't gonna come around, shorty, because I'm moving and you think I want to fuck you. Listen. For all you, is this camera I'm talking to right here? Which one? This one here?
This is a close up.
For all you gold digging, booger having, syrup in a booty, $5,000 just got an income tax check spent on your body having bitches. You will never get a penny from me. I don't go to the strip club. I don't make it rain. I'm not buying you a fucking bag. I wouldn't even buy you a bag to pack the groceries from Target. Them shit is 10 cents. I'm not doing nothing for you.
Nah.
You don't deserve nothing. You will get nothing. And all for the fellas watching this, man, a fool and his money will soon part. Be mindful. Be mindful. Stop letting a woman use you. Put yourself first. A lot of men out here, they run behind these broads. They go to jail for them. They get killed for them. You go to jail, she sucking the op dick.
It's real.
You go in the coffin, she sucking the man that killed you dick. You go broke, she fucking your older uncle.
God damn. Nah.
Stop putting these. A happy man is God's plan. We're not doing this 2024 happy wife shit anymore. Happy wife, happy life. A happy man is God's plan.
Happy man, we make it happen.
Give you a motherfucking bitch. I felt like, wait, now I'm keeping it. I don't understand how to do it. Look at that Zion. You got all this money. You over there. You fucking with the bark bowl, the bark blower and a gun guzzler. Glizzy gobbler. You gonna impregnate a glizzy gobbler. You got all this Nike money, man.
You know, some of them, they don't never. This is what they was wishing for, hoping for.
Yeah.
They never had it.
bundle of Britney.
It's different when you never had it. Them dudes who never had it, this their first time experience,
They
those
going
be the
crazy.
ones they be getting. You know what I mean?
She licked his balls, licked his ass.
He turned
came
all
on
the way
face.
out. He
Yeah.
turned all the way out.
Yeah, they going in.
Yeah.
We been banging chicks on the roof, man. He's like, right here? Yeah, baby. You gonna suck me off right here? Yeah. He's like, oh my, I'm special. What you need, baby? 200,000, daddy.
Been pulling Mason Camerons.
Yeah, man. Look out of here, man. You know what I mean? We ain't stupid. So it's like, I look at Bundle of Britney. She was a joint back in the day. Worked the Hooters. Cause I scrolled down her, sometimes you gotta scroll
You gotta
down.
go all the way to the...
It's always that 2016 pick, man. If you know, you know. That 2016 is something special. That 2016, 2000, you know what I mean?
That's right before it was like a bang and a boom after that. Like bro, it was certain females we had on this show, 2016, a year later, they whole different people.
Word,
You
it's
get
like,
what I'm saying?
it's like a spell you got. It's like Cinderella, in the clock hit a certain time, the shit turned to a pumpkin. 2016 was that cutoff. I'm looking at Bundle Breeze now. It's like she smoking meth, man. She looking nasty, man. And the dude in the NBA, he getting her pregnant. You got all this money. Even Diddy. You know how many Cassies he could have found in Bangladesh that he could have paid for that wouldn't have said nothing? Listen, I wasn't an advocate of paying for pussy, man. But if you ain't got no game, man, just buy it, man. Fuck it. I'm serious.
That's a fact, though. No,
listen,
real.
just pay for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just pay for it. Have your fun. Keep it moving. You got chicks that you can pay them a couple dollars and give them a golden shower.
My nigga get you whatever.
R. Kelly should have dropped that bag for the yellow shower, man. He wanna go and do it the other way, the wrong way, man. Go down to Vegas.
Do your thing.
Go down to Polaris. Ones who know. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the Rhino, the strip club. You know what I mean? Tell one of them white joints, listen, I got 30,000 right now. I'm gonna do what I want you for 3 hours, okay? No charge, no NDA agreement.
You won't be in no trouble.
No Me Too movement. It's crazy. It's like, come on, bro. And for us, we ain't changing, man. We ain't changing. I'm not switching it up, man. No level. Money makes you more who you are. So I don't get it. Like money I'm not going, when I make $50 million, I don't need a chef. I'm shopping myself. You paying this chef $1,000 a meal. I'm eating that's 3 G's a day. I don't need a driver. I'm not like, bro, I'm good. Like we make all this money but lose it.
Wasted on shit you really don't need.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's why you always gotta have like non-yes men in your life. You need no men in your life.
People to keep you grounded.
Yeah, tell you, man, you tripping, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in a Louis store. I get paid for a feature. I'm in a Louis store. I'm looking at this t-shirt. T-shirt 7,000. I'm like, yo, my man look at me like,
Yeah. You acting crazy.
fuck you doing, man? and I know I'm wrong. I'm trying it on. Like, what you think, bro? It's just cold. He like,
You wild and B.
hey, you ain't gonna run out. You gonna run out with this motherfucker. You know what I mean? I ain't doing. But see, and I think if we remember that, we'll always be good. Cause you always gotta have somebody like cause I seen a video, right? A clip on Instagram, and Meek Mill's in a spot. He's spending like 30 bands. I'm like, damn. Imagine if he just said, I'm gonna put that into a portfolio. Cause we make so much money commercially, we don't realize. I feel like every rapper, like especially like Meek Mills, right, should be taking like online courses for business, accounting, economics, investment. Right. Start getting real certifications because you already a legend. You already where you need to be, right? So now take that 18 months off and get a degree in economics. You might come back next year with 20 billion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It'd be a crazy part. My mind always been so entrepreneurial, and the shit I be thinking about, it'd be like, I don't be understanding how people don't be having hotels, or, you know what I mean? Because this the shit I would do. So if you able to go buy this and buy that,
right.
why you ain't just go, start that?
Because money makes you more who you are, right? So when you making money, it's tough because you isolated, but not isolated. You outside but inside at the same time, right? So you lose that. Like you like, I just spent $300,000 on a watch. It's crazy, bro.
Right.
$300,000 on a watch, but you ain't gonna spend $170,000 in stock in that watch company. or you ain't gonna spend $50,000 to start that watch company because Jacob watches, the value of a Jacob watch is under $2,000. It's sick. The value of the watch is not even the value of the watch. So why the fuck you value the watch?
Actually, because the intrinsic value.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't that what they call it? Intrinsic value?
And that's
When it's
bullshit.
just through people.
So if
they
you
put
told
on
me, so you told me this watch is valuable because you said so?
diamonds.
So
and all
why I
that
can't
shit.
say so? Why I can't say this podcast right now, we're gonna get 500,000 subscribers, $20 a pop. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. And I'm saying this like this because I want you to really, I love the production, I love the energy. It felt
that.
good when I walked in here. It did. Like, I'm very in tune with like energy, right? So it felt good. You know? I ain't eating shit and drinking shit, right? That's just not my vibe. You know, this is a funny business. You gotta be on point. You know what I'm saying? This business here is funny.
Got you.
I mean, I seen a lot of dudes drinking and chilling, and then next day they woke up. They ain't gotta squeeze their stomach to shit anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It get real like that.
Yeah.
So you know we paid attention. You know what I mean? All times. So your energy is good, brother. Now it's time to turn up. Do not listen. Tonight, y'all need to have a group meeting. Identify some real goals, and you need to bring in the new year already executing those goals.
Yeah.
Throw caution to the wind. It's just like fighting. You see a guy, he getting his ass beat, his belt was on the line. Bro, you already getting your ass beat, bro. Go for broke, man.
Right.
Go for broke. Like, it's because it's the same.
What else is there to lose?
Yeah, like,
You already in the hole.
I remember, I sparred, right? I sparred this guy, right? He's a heavyweight guy, right?
Was this the one in Mexico?
Nah. Damn, oh, you in tune.
Yeah.
Damn, you in tune, man. You in tune, right? And I'm preparing to go out there. So I'm scared. I'm like, damn, I'm hearing that they, you know. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I tell the heavyweight, I'm about to spar. I said, look, man, put on 10-ounce gloves. Because, you know, heavyweights fighting 12s. So I said, put on 10-ounce gloves. Fuck it, put on 10, I mean? And I remember being so scared. I was like scared, you know, I'm like, he got 10-ounce gloves on, I got no headgear on. I'm like, oh shit, this shit real. But then in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I was in jail, I wouldn't even care. Promise you, it's just like weird. I wouldn't even
Yeah,
like,
no, but that's real though, because niggas
saying?
get into a fight with no problem, bare knuckle.
Yeah.
But if you tell somebody put on gloves, you about to
it's
punch
like
me in my
psychology,
face. Yeah.
He hit me, cracked my shit. Boom. Let's go. I was ready, right? So you never know who you are until you put yourself in a situation to be who you are. I don't know about getting stabbed in prison. I got stabbed in the head, bro. Stabbed in the head, stabbed in the back. I really did 30 days for not reporting my injuries, right? And I'm young in prison, so I didn't know. I was scared. I mean, I got sucker punch. I didn't want to fight the guy. Big stupid man. I didn't want to fight him, but I knew I had to. Because if you don't, now they grabbing at your booty. They going in your locker. I'm like, man, listen, bro. I'd rather die than live like this.
Fact.
I'm scared now. I ain't want to fight him, but I had no choice.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Maybe, and I'm gonna keep it real. Like, if nobody's seen it, I probably would let it slide. That's how scared I was. He sucker punched in front of everybody. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, bro.
You really in that position now.
I'm like, maybe if you'd have caught me in the bathroom, I probably have been like, you know what I mean? I didn't know. And then we fought in the shower. He hit me with the plexiglass. So the plexiglass, it's like a knife, but you can't see it. Hit me, boom. Hit me, boom. I'm like, damn, this motherfucker punch hard. Then I step back, I see the light. I see he got a knife. The plexiglass, I'm like, that ain't really you, it's that. And I became, you know what I mean? And then I became that's when I knew I was a warrior. Blood down my face, all that. And I beat the shit out of him and took the knife from him. But I was forced to be in that position. I didn't know I had that in me though. But when I got put in that life or death situation, it's either me or you. It ain't gonna be me though. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta put yourself in that life or death situation because breaking an old habit feels like life or death. Right? Taking your company where it needs to be taken to feels like life or death. But you gotta go through it because you're stronger than what you think you are. You're stronger. I'm telling you, you're stronger. And I'm telling y'all because I can sense it from all y'all. Y'all got a good energy. Y'all got a great thing going. You got to really make it what it's supposed to be, not what you talk about it being, though. Right? We going to make it what it's supposed to be.
Got to do it.
Yeah.
You can't just say it. You got to do it.
And you got to take the hits, man.
Right.
You got to take the hits. Motherfucker stabbed me. Boom. I'm still standing, though. He stabbed me. Boom. I'm bleeding. Yeah, looking at my shirt covered in blood. I'm still coming forward though. In my mind, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not even thinking about. I'm not scared at all now.
Instinctual.
I'm a warrior. Oh, that's why I say when you feel overwhelmed, think about what you overcame. And then you got to put things in front of you that overwhelm you that is not as strong as what you overcame. So now it gives you the added point of reference and confidence. I'm fighting in the shower with a knife, man, for my life. I could have died.
Right.
I'm be scared to fight you just joking with some gloves on.
Right.
Let's get it in, man.
Right. That's when
I didn't run over a cop. I didn't run over a cop foot. High speed car chase. Allegedly. And got away.
Allegedly.
Right? I'm gonna be afraid to learn this new skill. I'm gonna be afraid to sit here and nah, man. I done went in being in prison, being in whole houses, is nothing but bloods in the house. Somebody steal my chicken. They steal my chicken out the refrigerator. I'm the only 550 in the house. 550 meaning you're not banging. They piss them and they take my chicken. Somebody steal my chicken. We on the count. The CO is checking the other spots. Well, no, everybody. I'm like, yo, who took my chicken? Whoever took my chicken, you can suck my dick. I'm the only dude in the house that's not a blood. When the count over, I take everybody's chicken out the freezer and I piss on everybody's net bag. And I pull my knife out. I'm gonna keep pissing until y'all tell me who took it. They gave him up. I stabbed that motherfucker. I stabbed him till my arm got tired, my man. So I'm not gonna sit here and I know what it's like to be in situations where people fold, and I never did fold. I never did, bro. So how I'm gonna get to business and fold?
Right.
And then, if you haven't been through that, you don't have to go through that not to fold. Have a conversation with somebody who's been through that. And it can tell you how they did it.
Yeah.
It's a switch. It's a I don't give a fuck switch that you just turn off. It's a switch. That's how you give a fuck. Cool. Let's go. That's how it's done. You got a knife. I don't fuck it. I don't care. You just gotta turn it off and just get to work. And shit, we're gonna let the shit fall where they fall. If I'm still standing, I guess I'm meant to be here.
Right.
See?
But we gonna find out.
We gonna find out though.
We gonna find
We gonna find out, Jack. We gonna find. We gonna find out, yo. Yeah. We gonna find. See, that's the thing. And you gotta have that. You know what I mean? We gonna find out though.
Yeah.
Netflix got this many subscribers. We got to find out, bro. I'm not gonna. I can't be on my deathbed with a coulda, woulda, shoulda, or what if. Yo, that's the worst thing, bro.
That's the realest real shit. And I don't think we even think about the fact you got this one life. You know what I mean? This shit is over when it's over. Like this shit is over when it's over. And I don't think nobody be thinking about that. Everybody be cool and content with the little shit. You know what I'm saying? We living mice and shit. West Philly, like I'm at a pissed off moment right now because I don't like my surroundings, honestly. Right. You know what I mean? So I can't be content with certain shit. But I gotta move a certain kind of way.
But look what they don't look what they don't tell you. Same thing they ain't tell people living in Brooklyn back in the 80s. Right? Why are you waiting for somebody to gentrify your neighborhood when you can gentrify your own neighborhood? Why are you waiting? They can't do it yet because it's like Monopoly. No matter how much a motherfucker breathing in air, it's not going. Everybody still breathing. Right? It's nothing but opportunity in Philly. So why, I don't care about the violence, the crime, the murders. That shit happens, man. It is what it is, man. But it's a lot of things available that we need to solve. Okay, look, boom, let me go solve. Property is cheap. Shit is cheap and people don't want to buy it. You don't want to look back 20 years from now and be like, damn, I should have bought this block.
Could have bought that, yeah. Fact.
Because I got family in Brooklyn, right? He'll tell you, it's my blood brother, right? Let me tell you, Gates, Bed-Stuy, like Gates, Bro, that was a block you was not walking down, bro. As soon as you walk in, they beat you up, rob, they shoot. It was crazy. I drove by there one day. I ain't been there in years. I drive by one day. This shit look like a, what the fuck? They got lights, people walking dogs, white people. Nobody, what the fuck? I'm like, what's this?
Yeah.
Right? So the key to that is understanding contractor companies. We need more black contractor companies. We need to understand electricity, plumbing, brick and mortar, landscaping. Because now when we have those skills, we don't got to wait for somebody to gentrify our hood. We can gentrify our hood ourselves.
Right.
And then create schools and institutions that teach those trades and start building on the community because we already own the community that we live in.
We need, yeah.
We don't got to buy it. We already own it. So people don't even think like that. Because when they come gentrify our hood, the Jew man comes with a briefcase of money and he go finds the mama loves, the grandmamas, the big mamas, and give her money and they give up the properties. But we already own it already.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's already, so you got a big opportunity too, being in Philly and you in media. Right? And you're not trying to, you're not advocating, you're applying. You're not letting people know the plan, you just executing.
Right.
Snatching this corner store right here, this building right here. Before you know it, you got a whole portfolio.
Right.
You got to play the long game. We talked about that, right? Instant gratification, right? Delayed gratification, instant, delayed, right? You got to think 20 years up the road. We don't think 20. We don't think 20 hours up the road.
Yeah.
White man thinking 20, 40, 50 years ahead.
They go beyond their lifetime. That's their whole thing. They thinking about when they grandkids outside.
Yeah.
What they gonna have.
So we got to start thinking like that now. And we can. And I said this on another interview. I was talking about like, hey, we got to stop being so behind in the times. Right? We got to think progressively like, okay, what does this, we innovators, we made the pyramid, we made psychology, we created mathematics. We got to think innovative. We got to force ourselves to think what we can think. You got it already. So just put it in motion. And like I said, you'd be surprised what you could put in motion, bro.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah.
Right. I really appreciate you, bro. I want to talk about, before you get up out of here, No Label Tour. Tell us about that.
Yeah, oh man. It's been a success. I got 2 more shows left. So the tour is just been in seminars. I've been, teaching, teaching,
Giving us game.
Yeah, teaching our people how to use their subconscious mind. That's what I've been doing, right? Like that, how you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. That vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. I'm teaching neuroscience. Our brains produce neuromelanin. Like our brains, it's melanin in our brains, right? And it's liquid. So we have these things that God gave us. We're the closest fruit to on the tree.
Right.
God being that tree.
Right.
And being that we're the closest fruit on that tree, we have the highest nutritional value. We are gods and goddesses.
Right.
And when we understand who we are and the application of who we are to our lives, that's when it changes. And no one can do that for you but yourself.
Yeah.
And you're expecting someone to do it for you in the form of the white man, but he's the furthest fruit from the root of God's tree.
He's trying to stop you from doing it.
Right, because he can't do it. You see? And his annihilation, he feels, is connected to your elevation. So they want to protect against white genetic annihilation. So they're never going to give us anything. We have to do for self. We have to do for self. And this is kind of like been my life's work, right? Up until this point. Like, teaching us how to set these goals. You got a podcast, cool, but let's get a radio station. A radio tower, minimum is 40 G's. You on Spotify? Great. Let's build our own streaming service. A satellite is $10 million.
Right.
Okay? And we need to start having collaborative, collective economics. These are the conversations that we need to have for these people. Like, respectfully, I don't care about prison reform. I care more so about prison ownership. Because if we start owning the prisons and not trying to reform the prisons, then we can
the rules.
Yeah.
Create the rules.
We can create
to where it's really a system where you housing niggas because he is a true menace to society. Because he is out here killing people.
No, not just that though. don't just think disciplinary, think rehabilitative. Prison is supposed to rehabilitate you.
Facts.
I went to prison. I paid my debt to society. So if I pay my debt to society, while upon being released, I have all these limitations. So I didn't pay no debt. I'm still in debt. You see? So this is why, and these are conversations that from Philly, you try to bring to Meek Mill. You want to consider yourself the face of prison reform? Let's make you the face of prison ownership. And let's start getting, because record labels own prisons. So if record labels own prisons, why shouldn't content creators own prisons as well? And through that prison ownership, we can create true rehabilitation opportunities for felons and inmates and convicts, right? Like that. Those are the conversations that we have to start understanding. Motherfuckers gonna go to jail, but don't mean you're gonna go back to jail. The recidivism rate shouldn't even exist.
Right.
And that is it's like 75 or 80% chance you're gonna go back to prison. But if I went to prison in the first place, I should come back a new man.
I should have got it figured out the first time. Yeah.
Right, but I didn't because it's not designed that way. Yeah.
Right. And how, because I saw, everybody saw the interview you did, or most people, if they know you, they know the interview you did with Math and them. And it was just crazy for me, because definitely, please believe I got respect for Math and everything they do. It was wild for me to see how their standpoint on certain shit you were saying.
Yeah.
That was hard for me, because I'm always that one of them dudes in the room when you giving that game and you surrounded by everybody else who choose to be blind and want to remain blind, so they try to make you look crazy. And then even it's like with the laughs and shit, like, y'all really, like, you really gonna try to make me seem like I'm wild.
Wow.
Makes you look even wilder to me. Cause it's like, damn, you that deep in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You that deep, you that fucking stuck in the matrix.
You exposing yourself.
Yeah. Now I gotta look at you crazy, cause I don't, you don't, we
But Mace
too
told me
far
that.
apart.
Mace told me that I ran into Mace in I think Bloomingdale's, and he was like, man, I just love how you was just sitting there and you didn't even you held your composure. You had a dead serious face, like it was hard for me with the guy with the afro, because I was just like,
Math ain't really say too much, but he showed that he wasn't in the same understanding.
The thing about Math is, Math do goofy shit, but Math is, it's like bittersweet with Math, because I've seen Math personally do real shit off camera.
Yeah.
Right? I can't erase that.
Right.
But I've seen him do fake shit on camera. So it's like, I'm like, all right, cool. The old guy, I don't know you.
Right.
You friend. Like, I know, like, you talking about you, like, bro, you sell bricks and all that. No, you don't. You from where? Like, from where? Where you from? Like, because
I ain't never
I
seen
had a
you
life.
before.
I had a life before this, bro.
Right.
I never saw you, bro. You, in the way you talking, we'd have robbed you. We'd have killed you. Like, we
don't
would
look the same.
It don't match.
It don't represent what you're saying.
Yeah, like even if you a wolf in sheep's clothing. Know what I'm saying? The sheep clothing fit you too good. I need to see a piece of head hanging out or something. You know what I mean? You not saying wolf in sheep clothing?
Yeah.
That shit fits you. The clothing fits you too perfect, man.
Custom made.
Ain't no, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't no fangs under there, man. You really a sheep, man. Get out of here.
Right.
So that was the only part that was hard for me. You know what I'm saying?
It was just like, bro, you dropping the knowledge, and then, like, if so many people listen to try to prove wrong versus listen to understand or get the knowledge out the shit, it would just be like, man, people really be blind to what's going on and not understanding and seeing the way out sometimes and understanding how we really can get out this shit. That feeling of what you were saying, like where they trying to make you, accept responsibility for some shit that you shouldn't be responsible for, that you couldn't have done to yourself, that is hurting you. That is fucking you over. You know what I mean? Because motherfuckers just tell you all the time and act like, because I've been through shit. So it was like, when I got booked, when I came home, it was like, I guess what I got booked for, it was like the ultimate thing where businesses, nobody would fuck with you. Nobody wants to deal with you. Like, and no matter how, like you said, oh, you got good energy. I could talk. I'm a great guy. I come in, they tell me by the end of the interview how they want me. And then tell me how they can't because now my record. So it's just like, when somebody tell you, you just gotta do better. The fuck you want me to do?
Yeah.
They chopping me off at the knee every time. I'm coming in with
check it out.
everything they ask me for.
Yeah, you
There's
get out.
nothing more I could do.
You do your time. You don't. So your debt to society is supposed to be paid. Mm-hmm. Come home, doing 5 years post release. Maybe do 5 years of post release. I'm not no fucking sex offender, no goofy motherfucker like that. Mm-hmm. But what I'm supposed to do? Like how? Like you say, do better. I'm already working. But so the thing about, and then you're a bozo, so you can't even tell me how to do better. How do you do better by changing your mindset and not having expectations for someone else to do what you got to do for self? Mm-hmm. Then things start to change, and they change fast.
Right.
So he could have said that, but he didn't. It is what it is. But if I was telling somebody, hey, you got to do better, you got to think differently. You got to start, okay, I don't have no chip on my shoulder. I don't have no limitations. I am free. I'm not nobody's property. I'm not no slave. I'm not no nigga. I'm not none of that. I'm a God. And this is how I'm setting my table from now moving forward. For myself, for my family. I'm going to make, by this time next year, I'm going to clear probably 50 million, bro. Like, my mindset is like, I'm not, oh, you got to set it here too. It's just going to be, you're going to play that back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We do part 2, I'm like, damn, Smart said it.
Yeah.
You still gonna have my number too, man. You know what I'm saying?
50 million hit.
I mean, hey, like, yeah, that's how I go. But because I know the universe will give me what I want.
Yeah. You understand you're the creator.
That's it.
And once you understand that, ain't no limitations, man.
Shit, man.
We gonna leave it there, cause that's what y'all need to hear. That's what motherfuckers gotta understand, man. Once you understand that you're the creator, you can create the environment what you want and get out of life what you want. That's all I needed to know. Once I understood that, it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It changes everything, and then it's just like you said, don't worry about the neighbor. Cause the neighbors around this motherfucker is crazy, weird, on all type of shit. They don't understand nothing. Some people want knowledge, some people don't. Worry about yourself, get you and yours right. But man, I really do appreciate you coming through. You dropped a lot of fucking game and jewels.
For sure.
So, you know.
Had to cook up on Cook
Ain't
Up
no way you ain't getting nothing out of this. Yeah. He's in this motherfucker cooking.
I had to cook up on 215.
Listen, man.
The bull, the young bull.
It got real. Let the people know where to follow you. You know, you got 2 dates left. No labels, so it's probably too late to grab. Matter of fact, this ain't even gonna drop yet. So
oh yeah,
that's gonna be done.
NoLabelsTour.com. Yeah. 917-907-368-7. Call me. I'm there. NoLabelsTour.com. My Instagram is The Smart Guy _ TheSmartGuy_ The Smart Guy _ Everything spelled the correct way. 917-907-3687. I'm never too far, and I need to be close.
Listen, man, The Smart Guy, it's your boy Smooth. This was a hell of an episode, man. So make sure.
I'm gonna ask you my next interview too, man.
Listen, man.
I got you.
I appreciate that.
I got some.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, show that love.
That's
Cooking Up 215, best podcast in the bitty. Let's go.